Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. I'm going to show how I put together this cute paper doll, and I've named her Margo, so if you want to see my process for how I piece this together and what I use to embellish her, stay tuned and I'll show you how. I have this sewing pattern and it is for making costumes, and it's got the 50s poodle skirts, and I was inspired by this, so I'm going to use this in my paper doll creation. So first thing I'm going to do is just to put this onto my color copier and copy this image onto a piece of plain white cardstock. I dug through my stash and this is what I've come up with for things that I'm going to piece together. I could use just this whole thing by itself, but I like them to be bits and pieces of this and that. That's what makes them fun and unique. So these are what I'm going to use, and I'm going to use matte gel medium to apply them to cardstock and cut them out and then move on to the next step. So here's what they look like on cardboard. I'm using just a recycled piece of cardboard and some matte gel medium. I use TriArt matte gel medium and a brush, and just apply it to the back of the images and the cardboard and then put them down and let them dry, and now I'm going to trim them out. When I do it, I leave a tab, and that gives you a place to glue, so this could be glued onto here, and then this has a tab so that this can get glued onto here. And look how cute that's going to be when those three odd images get put together. And next I'm going to do my trick that I always do, which is to take a brush pen and to go around all these edges so that you don't have that white edge showing. I'm going to go around and make those edges black. Now comes the fun part where I can decorate my girl. I want to make this poodle fuzzy in all the white spots on the poodle, so I'm using white flock and my tidy tray and some art glitter glue. So I'm going to just go in here and add some glue to those spots and then add some white flock. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So here's what the white flock looks like on the poodle. So cute. I love it. Those are the things that I love to add most. And now I'm going to add some I'm going to do the leash of the dog and the shoelaces on the shoes, and I'll just come back and show you what I did. The original artwork on the image that I used for this face had these images on it that almost made it look like almost like a tattoo type image, and I'm going to use some acrylic paints. I've got some Jo Sonja and some Liquitex paints that are in flesh tones, and I'm going to go ahead and cover that face and redo it. I used my acrylic paint to cover that up on her face, and I like it much better. And now I'm using an Arteza brush pen. This is the peach color. I love this one for doing the shading on her face. So you decide which side is going to be in the light is on this side, so this side's going to be in shadow, and I just use that to go in and put those little shadows, like where the nose would cast a shadow, to make it look pop a little bit more. So I like that pen for that. And then I'm going to take a black, this is the same thing, the black in the Arteza brush pen, and come in here and add the brush strokes to her hair to really make that hair stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's done. Here's how she turned out. I added a silk or paper flower to the top that matches her skirt with a half pearl in it, and I boosted the color of her hair by using a black brush Arteza pen and bumped up the black color. I added some blue to her eyes. She's got clear glossy accents by Ranger on her lips, which makes her lips look really nice and full. She has Nuvo drops on her blouse to make the buttons, and then little tiny Nuvo drops in pearl to make the leash, and then flock on the dog. I put embroidery floss to make the little shoelaces on her sneakers, and she's really cute. I like her, and I named her Margo. And if you'd like to have Margo to add to your art journal or make into, I can add a hanger to it to make it into a ornament if you have a paper doll tree or you want to use it as a bookmark. There'll be one, I make one of a kind, so she's available. There will be a link listed below until she's gone, And otherwise, I hope it gave you some ideas for maybe some embellishments and things that you can do for making your next paper doll. Things that you can add together to incorporate to make the doll different and unique, and maybe some ideas for embellishments. So I hope you had fun and play along, make some art, because art soothes the heart. And I want to give a shout out and a thanks to Cecilia for buying me cups of coffee, for Terry for a coffee donation, and for Teresa for a tip to my tip jar. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys will go on my gratitude art journal page. And those tips and cups of coffee help me buy art supplies and keep up with these videos so I can keep giving you new ideas, showing you what I do, sharing my ideas, and having fun. So thank you so much. I'm really appreciative.